All right, special guest 5 questions with our director of sports science, Rob Sulaver. You've been here for just about a year, little more than a year.
Yep.
This was your first, I think, kind of full preseason that you had.
Yeah.
What were some of the really big points of emphasis this season as you're trying to, get these guys ready for the season?
For sure, yeah. First of all, I'd say that our off season was absolutely phenomenal. Incredible buy-in from the guys. Full credit to Team 104. They've made the decision to do the hard work that's necessary. But when you looked around here during the off season and this early preseason, it was awesome. It was phenomenal. And it was phenomenal because the guys were working exceptionally hard, but they were also having a ton of fun. You see smiles on their face, you see nothing but joy. So finding joy in the misery and the suffering and the hard work that's necessary to excel in this sport, I feel like that's where the magic is at, and that's also where the team is at right now. So it's special to be a part of.
I know you're trying to kind of establish a wide base.
Yeah.
So what does that look like in terms of lifting and conditioning and circuit exercises?
Sure. Yeah, in terms of our testing protocol, we're pretty holistic with our sports science. So we're trying to basically establish a blueprint of the qualities that are necessary for success in the sport, and then testing each of those domains. So we've got our strength testing, we've got some speed velocity-based testing that happens over at SPC. We've got jump testing, fatigue-based testing, our recovery metrics that we get from our whoops. It's pretty comprehensive. So this first year was really about establishing our testing domain, our sports science initiative. And we've also borrowed a lot from the UFC and the UFC Performance Institute. They had a nice blueprint, so professional fighters are using similar protocols that we've adopted specifically for wrestling. So I'm really excited about what we're creating, and a year in, it's just getting fun.
How valuable do you think some of that cross training is? You can get in great wrestling shape by wrestling, but some other stuff can go into it as well.
Absolutely. We've known for a long time that you don't just do your sport if you want to get good at your sport, right? Football players do all sorts of things other than play football. Basketball players do the same. It's absolutely true in wrestling as well. We've got to establish our aerobic base. Aerobic training, super important in our preseason block here. We do quite a bit of running. It's great for the guys. Strength, right? Strength-based training, strength training gets you strong. So that's also important in wrestling. Yeah, absolutely. We've got a nice, solid foundation around our on-mat technical and tactical skills, and that's what great training looks like.
You've had about a year to accumulate some data. How are you best using some of that data going forward?
Yeah, I think what I'm really most excited about this season is the move towards individualization. So we know some guys, for example, they're incredibly powerful, right? They're very explosive, but they might not have the endurance that's necessary to win later in the match, right? Now we're able to test that, we're able to understand that, and we're able to give them training and protocols that help to develop that. Vice versa, other guys, they might have incredible endurance, they might have good staying power, but they don't have the pop and the power early on in the match. We can spend more time training and developing that. So you keep their superpowers, but you develop the skills outside of that and the qualities outside of that to make them more well-rounded, and that's how we win championships.
Yeah, how much do you work with Mike Favor, our strength and conditioning coach, John Fravel, our performance dietitian? You guys are working pretty closely together, so how's that relationship been?
Every day. It's awesome. Mike's been a mentor of mine for a long, and Mike's been around the sport forever. He knows everyone. He seems to know everything. He's awesome. He's incredible. I remember reading some research in grad school, and he's on the research, and I'm like, this is amazing. He's right here. So Mike's also just been encouraging. He's been optimistic. He's been positive. He's been a source of energy for me, and he's just kind of helped me along. So Mike's been incredible. And John and I, we talk every day in the facility, talking about guys, kind of workshopping strategies. He's also incredible, and he's such a valuable resource. I feel like nutrition, generally speaking, is very underutilized in the sport. But here we've got such awesome resources, and we're very fortunate here in Michigan.
How have you seen the buy-in with the guys?
Yeah, buy-in's been great. I feel like kids are wired for tech. Like they're used to data, they're used to numbers, they're familiar with this stuff. So we're speaking their language, and they love it. They're enthusiastic about it. They're talking to me before practice. We're talking about recovery scores. We're talking about sleep. We're talking about training, and it's great. It's great to see their enthusiasm, and of course, that helps make everything better, everything sweeter.
I know we're over 5 questions already, but I got one more
It's the
for
10-question
you.
interview.
I got one more for you. You were a Michigan wrestler,
Yeah.
way back.
Wow. You said way back, right?
What were some of the best takeaways from your experience as a wrestler here?
Yeah, I had such a phenomenal experience here. So much love for Michigan, so much love for the program. I think one of the biggest things I learned was not to underestimate how much better you can get throughout your college career. We all come in. I came in like I wasn't great by any means. I wasn't even heavily recruited, but in great systems and great ecosystems like this, you develop. And sometimes it's even hard to like know how much you're developing because everyone else is getting better too. With the benefit of hindsight and with some age, quite a bit of age apparently, you look back on it and you realize how much progress you are able to make during your college career. So I try to remind the guys of that as much as possible. Like, don't underestimate how much better you can get because we're all getting better right now.
All right, Rob, thank you. Go
Hey,
Blue.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This was fun.